Player 2 has joined the game.
Want to get the news of the week?
Sure.
No wonder you extinct.
Yeah, no wonder you're extinct.
The Nintendo Switch is doing A-OK in my book. Through June 30th, this is almost a month old now, so they have gone well past this by now, 4.7 million Nintendo Switches have been sold across the globe. Easy to say now, again, so this is through June 30th. This clearly means that now we're, what the heck day is it? It's almost August. So they're over 5 million.
It's August now. While they're watching it.
Oh, while they're watching it. They might be at close to 6 million by now. I don't know. It seems like they've been getting more and more out in the wild. I keep seeing more alerts from Wario about they're available on Amazon or Best Buy or Walmart, and they sell out every time. So whatever they put out there, people are buying. That's awesome. Breath of the Wild has now sold on Switch. This doesn't count Wii U sales. 3.92 million copies, or an 83% attach rate. How the hell is this not a 100% attach rate? Why are you buying a Switch if you are not also buying Zelda? Especially because at one point there were more Zeldas sold on Switch than there were Switches sold.
I think, well...
Now, people might just love Mario Kart.
Right. I wouldn't honestly expect it to be 100%, but I would expect it to be higher than 83.
I would expect
95. I would think 90, 95, yeah. So, I mean, imagine if you got a Switch for the boys. They're probably not going to care about Zelda. They're not there yet. So I think there's a lot of that, people buying Switches for their kids, but you got to figure most of the people that buy a Switch for their kids probably also want to play the Switch, and if they have kids, they're at least our age, so you'd think they'd probably want to play Zelda. So 83 is actually kind of low, I would think, especially that Mario Kart's 75.
Yeah, so Mario Kart has sold 3.54 million copies, or a 75% attach rate. Basically, I mean, neither of those are both very high. So what I was going to say,
I'm curious, I doubt you know, but I'm just curious, how many copies Mario Kart 8 sold on Wii U? Actually, how many Wii U's there were even?
There were about 12 million Wii U's. I think it was like 6 or so. It was pretty high. I don't know that it was 75%, but it was high.
Yeah.
But so we're saying, because I looked this up and I didn't write it down. So 83% attach rate, and we're like, man, it should be higher. So think of Horizon Zero Dawn. There's 60 million PS4s out there. If that had an 83% attach rate, that would be 49.5 million copies of Horizon Zero Dawn. So when you put it there, it's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's not apples to apples. It's Zelda is Zelda. Horizon Zero Dawn is the first in a franchise and blah, 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 blah. But so it's still very good. Like if you put that on any other system, the numbers are through the roof.
Right, yeah.
Also, 1-2 Switch has sold 1.2. Wow. 1-2 Switch has sold 1.2 million copies. Do you see that?
I do.
And ARMS, for God's sakes, has sold 1.18 million copies. Total software sales, 13.6 million copies, which equates to just under 3 games per system. I have 4, I think. I have Mario Kart, Zelda, Bomberman, that was a mistake, and Street Fighter 2. So I have 4. So I'm above the average. You have Mario Kart, 2. Zelda, Bomberman counts because it's software sold.
I don't have Bomberman.
Not Bomberman. What's it called? Master Blaster.
Oh.
And then you download Oceanhorn. So that still, it's a code.
Oh, if they're counting, then yeah.
So we're pulling them up. But it doesn't also surprise me that it's a little bit low because people you're spending $300 on it. You probably spent $70 on a Pro controller and then $60 on Zelda or Mario Kart. You're $550 in, whatever it is. That was bad math, but it was like around $500, I think.
Now, do you think that
if you guys hear my ice bag, I'm sorry.
Odyssey will have a higher attach rate than Zelda?
No.
Just because it's coming later?
Because it's coming later, there's going to be...
Mario seems like a much more widely appreciated game than Zelda.
But this is not a normal Mario game also.
No, but I think you're both... I mean, small example, but I think your boys would play Mario. I don't think
they'll
play
play
Zelda.
Noah would want to play Zelda.
He
but
would
it's
want
like,
to, and then he'd play and be like, nah.
But at least it's not like Twilight Princess. Where, he never went back to that, by the way. It's like, I don't care.
blame him.
I'll never play through that game again either. That was 50 hours of my life, or 38 hours, I think it was. But I don't know. I almost said that with an accent. I don't know.
It's a me.
Because, like, I'm definitely, if you would have said January 1st, here's Mario Odyssey and here's Breath of the Wild, I would have said, I am a million times more excited for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I've never been the 3D Mario guy. Maybe this will finally convince me that I've been missing out on that my whole life. But Zelda is a once-in-a-generation kind of game. I don't know that Odyssey is going to be.
It may not be.
But it won't. If it ends up with a 90% attach rate, it won't surprise me. Especially, like, is it too early for them to do a price drop for the holidays? It's probably too early.
Probably.
To drop it to $250. I wouldn't think so, yeah.
I bet it stays full price till next Christmas.
Yeah.
Then, it'll probably go to $250.
So how many Switches do we think they sell by the end of this year? I said 18. I meant 17. How many by the end of this year? So they're at 4.7 as of the end of January. So
Which
in 3
was
months,
like 3 months,
they sold just under 5 million. Do you think they hit 10?
I think they'll hit 10. Yeah.
I think as long as their production keeps ramping up.
Yeah, if they keep up with it,
yeah,
they'll sell 10. I think.
And then that's huge. They've already almost sold as many as the Wii U, and
in less than a year.
As much as I love him, I can safely say #Colin was wrong about the Switch.
Yeah.
As much as I love the guy, and he'll probably still say to this, because somebody Steimer tweeted him because he's like, I haven't played games in a while. What's out there to play? And Steimer tweeted him a picture of Breath of the Wild. He's like, oh, what is that, a Wii U game? I'm like, you're going to go down with that ship, aren't you? I mean, I know how you are. You're going to do it.
Yeah.
But, like, come on, man. He said that looks like some baby game for the Wii U. I'm like, don't be like that. Don't be like that. In other Nintendo news, woo, doggy. I got an email on Friday? No.
Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday from Walmart. And it said, regarding your SNES Classic pre-order, we regret to inform you that this was a glitch. We put this up by mistake and we're canceling your pre-order. There are no pre-orders. We're really sorry. We hope you'll give us your business when it comes time to actually buy one. No, you will not get my business. This is like... And the fact that this lived, it was Wednesday because the pre-order went up Friday. The emails went out Wednesday. So it took them 5 days to do something about this. You are the world's biggest retailer. I think they're bigger than Amazon.
But were they still up for pre-order? Until right up?
They were up for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then they disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But again, that was a long time to be up for pre-order. Even though it was late on Friday night, like everybody I saw on Twitter was like, I got one, I got 3, I got 2, you know. Right. I told you, and I was like, well, I don't need it, but I'm going to order one anyways. Yeah. Now, I can say I'm not going to go wait in line for one of these things. If pre-orders do come out, I probably still will pre-order one or try to, just to flip it because I'm an entrepreneur. And I got a new baby. I got to pay the bills. But this is crap. And remember we talked about last week, the completionist Gerard was like, hey, everybody, pretty much every time I pre-order something from Walmart, they F it up. They effed it up. They effed everybody over.
Yeah.
It just sucks. It's not really anything else more to say, but it sucks. If anybody else was watching this... Oh, and I tweeted... Then the Darcy from Walmart Care wrote back. Like, let me see what she said. Let me see what Darcy with an S. I've never seen... Darcy should be spelled with a C. Yeah, Darsy. I'm like, that's not how you spell Darcy. I understand how disappointing this was for you. We will update the site as soon as there's new info about what's happening. Darcy. Thanks, Darcy. It's not your fault, Darcy.
Darcy, do you know what happens when you screw up people's pre-orders? You just made the list!
Dude, you sounded just like him.
Did I? I didn't think it was like
that. But
I'll take it.
So it sucks. It is what it is. If you want to get one of these things and you're in America, either maybe you pre-ordered one from the UK when they went up right after, because I guess some were shipping to the US and some weren't. I don't know. Or just go wait in line at like 3 a.m. on September 29th if you want to get one of these. It sucks. Here's a new news item I didn't think I would say ever. Metal Gear Solid 5 has been updated. Randomly, the last update for this, and it's only been online stuff and FOBs. That's all they've updated. Weapon class is getting higher, new weapons, stuff you don't even really care about unless you were like super into FOBs.
Right.
If you're trying to do the disarmament thing so you can actually unlock the real ending so that you can prove to our buddies that that Chapter 3 exists, but it is just the disarmament ending that everybody's already seen. First update since August 2016, Ocelot is now playable in FOB missions. You can play as, and this comes from Konami, you can play as Ocelot to infiltrate FOBs. You cannot change the uniform or the head option, which is disappointing because they just put out new swimsuit options for your FOB attacks. But Ocelot has a slightly increased camouflage value, and he reloads and draws his weapons faster. He can use one pistol in each hand with a Tornado 6. He can also use ricochet bullets on marked enemies.
That's cool.
It's cool, but that doesn't work in real
Right.
life. It doesn't, like, that's not how bullets work. They go bing, bing,
That's
boom,
not how any
boom.
of this works.
So, shocking that they're supporting this game. I really wish what their update would have been is just, hey, we've released Metal Gear Survive as an online expansion for Metal Gear Solid 5. We're actually really working on what game, Sean?
Metal Gear Solid 3 HD remake.
Remastered 2.0.
Remastered 2.5 HD.
So, there's that. I'm shocked. Of course, and I don't feel bad saying this, the tinfoil hat community around this game is saying, they're still working on the game. It's coming. Mission 51 or the real Chapter 3. It's out there, man. We got to disarm the nukes, blah, blah, blah. Okay. By the way, so they still, every once in a while, they'll update the number of nukes owned by platform. Xbox One is the lowest, lower than Xbox 360, which still boggles my mind. That means more people played that game on the 360 than the One. And they keep hovering around 135 to 140. It'll go down, it'll go back up, it'll go down, go back up. It's never going to actually happen. Because there's people on message boards and stuff that are so pissed, and I guess Konami's starting to do something about these. I didn't do a lot of FOB stuff, but apparently once you have a nuke, you can like do a blockade around your FOB or something, so you can't even get attacked for a certain amount of time. It's just so confusing. But basically, if you've got a nuke, you can almost make it so nobody can even try to come get it.
That's dumb.
So they're never going to get the ending. It's not going to happen. Sims 4 is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on November 17th. I loved the Sim. I think I played the first one in college. It was one of those, again, everything was, you could just steal music and videos, whatever, because it was like Kazaa and LimeWire and all that.
Right.
I didn't buy the Sims. I don't feel bad saying that. I played it. It was fun. I remember you talked about it one time. You would just put people in a pool and take the ladder away and make them drown and
Put
stuff.
them in the pool, yeah, or like just build a wall around them and let them stay until they like starve to death. And that was pretty sadistic, but it was fun. I got way more enjoyment out of that game. I would just do all the cheat codes for like extra money, and just build like the coolest house that I could think of. And then once I build the house, I'd be like, all right, let me live in it for a few days. And I'd be like, all right, I want to kill these people. And then I would just stop playing it again. But yeah, Sims doesn't do it for me.
The only reason I bring this up, other than people, I mean, how old is Sims 4 though? 3 years old or something? If more than that?
Maybe, yeah.
The only reason I bring it up is because this is something I notice that happens more on Xbox. I don't really notice it a lot on PlayStation, but if you do the deluxe edition, if you pre-order it, you get to play it 3 days early. I don't like this. I don't like that at all. I don't care. I mean, it's The Sims. I don't care. But what if Konami said, and again, I got the collector's edition, so it wouldn't have mattered. But if you get the $200, if Final Fantasy 15, you want to play it forever. I know you waited till Christmas, but just stick with me. Final Fantasy 15, you buy it, you've pre-ordered it on launch day, November 30th. But you didn't get the $250 edition with a statue of Prompto in his car or whatever. People that did that get to play it on November 27th. Would you not be like, what the hell? Are you serious?
I don't know. It's kind of lame. I don't think it would bother me too much other than...
This isn't like anything that anybody cares about the story or spoilers or anything
Right,
like that.
well,
you know what I mean? But it's
true.
like, I think I've seen it. I don't know if it was Call of Duty. Maybe it wasn't Call of Duty. It was something, Battlefield or something I saw last year that did it. Maybe it's Titanfall. It's one of those damn games. But I'm like, I just don't think that's fair. So you're telling people that pay you $60 for a game, you're not as important as people that we trick into buying the collector's edition for like $200 or whatever it is. I just don't like that. But it's also, I don't really like either, and I'm a PlayStation fan, I don't really like the whole Destiny thing of you get to do for Destiny 2, you get to do the raids first on PlayStation for 30 days or whatever. I'm like, I get it. It's all marketing. It's money and everything. But it just sucks to people that are like, well, I bought an Xbox. I can't afford to buy a PlayStation also. So because they bought that box instead of this box, they get to do all this cool stuff 30 days before I can. That sucks.
30 days is huge.
It's a big
If it's
deal.
just like 3 days, I'd be like, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing to do, but I would be more annoyed with like a TV show where it's like more of an immediate. If you told me that somehow you could pay extra money and watch Game of Thrones 3 days early, I'd be like, well, now I can't go on Twitter for 3 days. Like that would annoy me. A video game, it's like,
right.
It's probably easier to avoid. I don't think people are just going to go out of their way to just like post spoilers and stuff. So
Again,
that wouldn't bother me too much, but
again with Sims, it doesn't really matter that
And yeah,
much.
like you
but if
said,
it was
it's
like
The Sims.
if it was Breath of the Wild or Metal Gear 5 or any of those games that were like Uncharted 4, which you can easily beat in less than 3 days, you know what I mean? Like,
right, yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like where a lot of these things in the gaming industry are going, but money talks, and you know, you get more money, you get more stuff. It is what it is. We're flying through it this week, Sean.
That's fine.
Once again, we get to do this all in 1 week. That's awesome. Games with Gold and PS Plus came out, and for the second month in a row, I'm kind of shocked. Let's do Xbox first. X-Bone gets Slime Rancher. I don't know what it is. It's like a little pink jiggly guy that jumps around. I don't no idea what it is. And Trials Fusion. Now, Trials Fusion always looked like it was a lot of fun. Have you ever seen this? It's like a motorcycle racing game where you just go on these crazy... It's almost like some of those crazy GTA Online races, but that's all the game is.
Cunning stunts.
I wasn't going to say it.
I had to think about it
but from a side-scrolling perspective, and you go through all these jumps and all this other, it just looks like a lot of fun. That's cool that they're getting it. That's awesome. And then for the Xbox 360, of course, both of these are backwards compatible. They get the first Bayonetta, and they get Red Faction Armageddon. Was Red Faction that game that you played forever ago on PS2?
I had Red Faction 1 and 2 on PS2.
Okay.
I enjoyed that. I mean, as a not big first-person shooter guy, one was a little rough. 2 played more like a traditional first-person shooter, but it was their big thing. I don't know if they were the first, but they certainly made it seem like they were the first. Like, you just blow up almost anything.
Yeah.
Like if I'm here and I wanted to get in there and I didn't have a key for that door, I could blow the wall open with a rocket launcher and just walk through. Like that was cool. That was like their big. I didn't know they were still. I mean, I don't know how old Armageddon is, but I didn't think there was anything past Red Faction 2. But I enjoyed them back in the day.
So not bad. Bayonetta. A lot of people love Bayonetta. I haven't played it or the second one. And Trials Fusion looks like a lot of fun. However, let's talk about PlayStation, Sean. PS4 gets Just Cause 3. This is a legit AAA Michael Bay meets what's his name? What's the other guy? Not Snyder. The other guy that's all explosions and stuff. There's another director that's not Michael Bay.
I just think of Michael Bay.
Right, maybe it's just Michael Bay.
Oh, yeah, continue. I'll think of it.
So Just Cause 3 is basically you're on this island. It's like It's like Saints Row, but not that crazy. Not that like over the top where you're hitting people with, purple things. It's military theme and all this. You're on this island, everything, but you've got like a grappling hook that you can hook onto anything. You can like grapple up to a helicopter. And then you can shoot like you're almost like Spider-Man in a way, where you can shoot your grappling hook over here, and then you can shoot your grappling hook to the helicopter, and then over to the truck over here, and then you hit the button and it makes the truck go. And it's just like, I don't know that I'll put more than a couple hours into it.
It seems like it'd be fun to.
It's one of those games I definitely wanted to try out, and I'm so happy that it's coming to PlayStation 4. I will definitely download this next week and at least give it a try for a couple nights just to see what it's like. Also, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry is coming. I had never even heard of this. That's because it's a DLC, or kind of like Left Behind was for Last of Us. This was for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It's only about 4 to 5 hours long. I looked up some reviews, and it's about 7 to 8. It's fine. They said a lot, but the issue, I think Marty Sleva was saying, the issue that he had with it was all the good stuff that Black Flag brought to the series, this kind of got rid of, and it was just very focused, not open world and whatever. But I mean, it's a 5-hour DLC, so it is what it is. Don't really care about it. PS3, nobody even plays it anymore, but they got Super Motherload and Snakeball. I don't know. At first, I read that, and I thought it was Snake Pass or whatever this new Snake game is that everybody loves, but it's not.
No.
Vita, and you can play this because it's cross-buy, Downwell and Level 22. I don't know Level 22, but have you seen Downwell? This is one of the games Colin raved about this game. So basically, it is played from a top-down perspective. I think you can actually play it with your... I think you can move your Vita and play it vertically if you want.
Wait, what?
So your Vita, instead of playing it like this...
Yeah.
Like you normally would play your Vita, you can play it like this and just use the analog and the buttons over here. What this is and it's like I said, it's on PlayStation 4 also. Very simple. There's like 3 colors in the game, but what you do is you are going down a well. You're falling and you're shooting down, kind of like the one person in Broforce. You're shooting down, but you get power-ups based on how many people you shoot as you go down without touching the floor and having to start again. So you get multipliers and all this stuff, and it's supposed to be difficult, and it's fun. So I'm excited to play that. I don't know that I'll play it on my PS4, but you might want to at least just put it to your library so you've got it, so you can try it sometime. But Downwell's coming. So Sean, am I crazy? I think just based on Just Cause 3, PlayStation wins this month.
I don't know enough about any of the Xbox games, but to me, it seems like PlayStation wins. Maybe they're finally getting it together.
Maybe. There are rumors. Did you see how also there's they're doing the beta for Software 5.0?
Oh, that you can supposedly change your name now?
That's one of them. But the big thing is they think what might happen is they're going to include... A lot of people are speculating this, and I'm not getting my hopes up either way. I don't really care because I own almost all the PlayStation games I care about. It looks like PS Now might be included with your PS Plus membership. Have you noticed on your PlayStation that you've got the PS Now thing that just showed up as a tile up there? Did that happen to you? It shows Red Dead and something else.
Notice, but
if that's true, maybe now I do care about PS Now. It might fall. I don't know. But that's the rumor. So it looks like cool. PS Now might be included with PS Plus. If they do that, that's really awesome. If they don't, well, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't really care if they let you change your names because I'm not going to change my name. But the funny thing is Colin is now, he's still Moriarty-IGN. So he's not even Moriarty kind of funny or anything like that. He's Moriarty-IGN, and he's now 2 jobs removed from that. It's pretty funny. That has been the news of the week. But that's not the end of the podcast, is it, Sean?
It sure isn't, Kevin.
Why is that?
Because now it's time for the...
It's the Back of the Box Challenge. And if you didn't know, the Back of the Box Challenge is how we end the podcast here every week on the Two Player Co-op podcast. What this game is we take a previously released retail version of a game. We look at the back of that box per the name of the game. We read the description aloud to the other player, bleep out any pertinent information that would give the game away or make it way too obvious. Then, the other player gets asked some follow-up questions that can be answered with a yes or a no to try to determine what that game is. And if they don't get it, they wear the cone of shame. That is the Back of the Box Challenge. That's what we're going to do now.
Who goes first?
I don't care.
You go. You already have it in your hand.
Right. Are you ready? Halfway through, I was going to try to do Triple H's. Are you ready? No, that wasn't him either.
That's
that's Korn.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, before we get into this, something came up on Twitter recently. I can't think of the match. It was on HBK's birthday. And it was showing like all of his biggest title wins, which I think there's only 4. And it was back when, so I guess it was WrestleMania. Yeah, it was the Iron Man match. Vince McMahon's commentary voice is ridiculous.
Welcome everyone to Monday night. Rah!
No, before that. Or maybe it wasn't before that, but like he does this weird like and then he goes back to the but then when he gets like really excited it says cover 1 2 and I'm like, wait, is that Vince McMahon? And I'm like, it's either him or Lawler, and it's not Lawler, and I've forgotten that Vince used to talk like that.
I loved Vince as a comment. That's one thing I love. Check out @Mr. Brandon Stroud on Twitter if you like wrestling. He's a great blogger. I read him every week, even if I don't watch the shows. He's phenomenal. He hated Vince on commentary. And I, even going back, I'm like, I think I still like him. I don't think it was just like I was younger and whatever, he's excited. I think I really liked Vince as a commentator.
I think it fit with the product back then.
Yeah.
I don't think it would work now. I mean,
Their announcers
he's just
now
Mr.
don't
McMahon
work
now.
now.
Well, yeah. But anyway, back to Triple H corn.
Are you ready?
All right, ready?
Yes.
What were you going to say?
I was going to do it back, but I couldn't.
Long ago, before man walked the earth, there existed foul creatures that survived in the shadows and darkness that permeated the earth's surface. Eventually, light shot down from the heavens, and the creatures who had lived in the darkness for thousands of years were unable to survive. Some managed to find refuge from the light in deep, dark caverns extending towards the center of the earth. Should it be towards or toward? Can you do either?
Toward.
That's one of those that always...
I think it's probably not supposed to have an
I think
S.
it's probably just supposed to be toward the center of the earth. There they multiplied, evolved, and waited for the day they could return to the earth's surface and rule once again. Your name is blank, and it is your blank birthday. By the law of the king, you must go out and fight the invading creatures. But using brawn will not be enough. As you search the land for truth, your destiny as a hero begins to unfold. Blank allies will give you new powers and strength. Outwit sorcerers, travel through time, and gain valuable knowledge to change the delicate balance of Earth's fate.
This is a Super Nintendo game?
Nope.
Is it a PlayStation game?
Nope.
Is it a role-playing game? It sounds like a Super Nintendo role-playing game, but I guess it's not. Or more of just like an adventure game.
You could call it a version of a role-playing game, is what I would say. So you know what that means.
Okay. Is it newer than Super Nintendo?
No.
Is it a Genesis game?
Yes. Thank you. I was like, I don't know how to answer this.
Do we own this game?
Yes.
So it's kind of a role-playing game, but not really a role-playing game. And we owned it?
Yep.
That's
making me so. If you guys can hear that clicking, it's the fan, and it looks like it might fall. So if we scream and freak out, then that's why. What else could go wrong these past few days? Womp womp.
Is it a first-party game?
No.
Is it console exclusive?
Yes.
Is it made by is it Capcom?
No.
Konami?
No.
Nah, never mind.
If you get the developer, you'll get the game, I think.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait a minute. Is it his 16th birthday?
No.
Is he a teenager?
Yes.
Is it made by Atlas?
Yes, it is.
It is his
14th birthday, and his name is Corona. By the way, let me just tell you these bullet points. I have a bone to pick with the first one unless I played this game way more than I thought I did. Enormous game with over 40 hours of gameplay. I didn't. I
feel like you would beat the game in like
15 hours, I think.
I wouldn't even have thought that much. I would have thought like 10.
It's bigger. It's bigger than I remember it being. That's what she said. Dozens of major and minor characters interact with. Multiple mind-boggling challenges in every level. There's not mind-boggling. There's a couple bosses that you got to think on how to beat. Discover the secret combinations. Oh, and animal allies. That's what I blanked out.
Oh,
because that would obviously given it away.
Yeah.
And if I said Corona, it would have given it away. One of the things is save all your progress with the backup battery RAM. No, battery backup RAM. Nobody knows what RAM is. Why are you saying RAM? And do you think you can't, like, it's 1994 and you got to tell people you can save your progress? You could save your progress on The Legend of Zelda in 1986.
Yeah.
Gain new power-ups to increase the potency of your magic sword. By the way, I forgot, there are 2 swords in this. I did not remember that. You get, like, the Master Sword at one point. Because do you remember that there's, right when you start out, there's, like, the, if you go in the woods, there's, like, beginner, intermediate, expert courses that you have to go through to get the medals. If you get all the medals, which you can't get the other 2 till you're very far in the game, once you get those, just FYI, go back to the castle and he gives you the holy sword, which is
that's
their
right.
sword.
Yeah, I've forgotten about that.
Crusader
I do need to play through this again
of Senti.
I'm telling you a lot about it.
It was worth it. That the money I spent to be able, it was worth it to buy that just to play that game again.
Now, are you going to go back and play Beyond Oasis?
At some point. But I mean, like, I had been playing it on my Sonic's Genesis collection on my PS3.
Oh, okay. So you already have it.
Yeah, but I got to a point there where I was like, it wasn't like Zelda 2, like I ran out of keys, but it's like I stepped away from it for a while and then came back and was like, I don't know where I am. I don't know how to get out of this area. I guess I'm just done. Yeah. At some point, I'll go back and play it again for sure. Yeah. But like I know now I'm going to play through Minish Cap. I love this game and it's only one. How long is that game? That's what I forgot to ask.
It's a typical
8 dungeons.
Probably similar to Link to the Past.
Yeah,
but maybe not quite as big.
I was surprised that the first dungeon, you get the cap like right at the beginning and you shrink right at the beginning. I thought it was going to be beat 3 dungeons, and then you get sucked into the land of the Minish or whatever. So,
no, it's a typical Zelda game.
I still prefer, other than Breath of the Wild, I like the 2D Zelda games better than every other Zelda game. So I'm very happy with this. I'm not saying this is going to be better than Ocarina. I'm not saying that, but it just feels, just playing this, I'm like, this just feels right. This is what Zelda should be.
Yeah. Nope, I can't argue with that.
All right, you're up.
All right. Hit it big when you join blank on a 33-stage hunt for treasure. So loaded with blank animation, it's like playing
3D
in a blank. Do you dare to set foot on this mysterious island? Trip through, that's weird. Trip through 7 tangly territories that include, it literally just says all the levels, but I don't think this gives anything away. An overly enchanted forest, caverns of bubbling lava. I don't know why there's 2 lavas. Secret underground seas.
Translations. Is this a Genesis exclusive?
It's yes.
Is one of your characters named characters named after something on your foot? An appendage?
Toe?
Yeah.
Are you thinking Toe Jam and Earl?
Yeah.
No.
One of these weeks you're gonna do. I've guessed it like.
I
3
think
weeks
I've looked into
now.
it and I don't think it works.
Did we? I feel like we rented it and we're like, I don't really.
Did
like
Tim
this
have
game.
it?
I think we just rented it.
Maybe that's what it was. No, we definitely never owned it.
But wait, did you say it is a Genesis exclusive? You said.
Yes.
You think?
No, it is.
What the hell was that?
Caverns of bubbling and lava.
Did this come out in the arcades also? Is that why you're saying that? Okay.
Secret underground seas, planes that are just plain crazy, a freaky factory, a mega mountain, and a spooky shipwreck rumored to be dripping in 14-karat gold. That's weird. Save blank and the rest of your pals along the way, and you'll really see some... What? Oh. And the rest of your pals along the way, and you'll really see some kooky island hopping.
What?
I don't know. With blank as your guide, you can be sure this adventure is packed with tricks, traps, and hidden bonus areas. But be very sure to watch out for the blank folks who will try to throw you off the trail. Blank, 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 and blank. No one said fame and fortune was easy.
Okay. Is this a Konami game?
Yes.
Is it licensed? Do you play as some small cartoon characters? Is it? Is it Buster?
Yeah. That's why I was like, wait, is it a... And I guess technically this
Holy
game is
crap.
console exclusive.
I never know that.
Even though it was released
is.
like simultaneously with like the NES and the Super NES.
I didn't read the back of the box, but I did fire it up one time. It's not as good as I remember, or maybe because I literally played it for like a minute.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Like
I remember
you
loving
run.
this game.
Do you remember like as your Buster, you run and then
And
you
his
go
feet
really
go
fast? Yeah.
yeah.
I think I just need to get used to, and that was before I fixed my
I remember,
my lag.
I don't remember if it's this one or the Super Nintendo one, or maybe it was both. And also maybe it's just like the first world.
Oh, that's another one to do. Aladdin for the verses.
Oh, yeah, that'd be perfect.
And
I just
this is
remember
one, too.
the music. It's just the Tiny Toon theme song over
Over
and
and
again.
over. Hey.
And it's just looping over and over.
Does it do that
and
in
over
every?
again.
Because it definitely did that. In the
I don't
first
remember.
level
Maybe
I
it's just the
played.
first level, but yeah, I remember that about the game. Tiny
All right,
Toon
we need
Adventure.
to-
Do you remember the subtitle?
Buster Bust Loose.
Nope.
Oh, it's Buster's Hidden Treasure.
Yep.
Buster Bust Loose is the Super Nintendo one. Oh, that's what was tripping me up. We've done the Super Nintendo one before. Okay.
Yep.
I was like, I think we've done this before, but I'm like, it's not really Treasure. But then I was like, wait a minute, it is Treasure. And he's got a lot of friends that are small cartoon characters.
Yes, he does.
Awesome.
And enemies.
All right, we need to have a game night. The girls can just talk, and we can just play video games for like 3 or 4 hours.
If everything goes as planned, maybe you could bring it over and we can play on the projector next weekend. But that's if everything goes as planned.
It won't.
It won't.
Especially if Dad helps you. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like whenever Dad and I do something, we're like, and that's why I've been hesitating to fix that hole in the ceiling. So I'm like, we're like, it'll take an hour. No, that means it'll take 2 days.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. This has been episode 84 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you like what you saw. If you like this, you should also head over to nerd901.com because we're part of the Nerd 901 family. Go to nerd901.com for all things nerdy in Memphis and around the globe. Check out everybody there. Check out Ernie and Derek, Pixels and Papers. Check out what Nick and Adam are doing. Check out everybody else. The family keeps growing, and we're just like, there's just babies and more babies. The family's just expanding. People aren't having babies.
Not literally babies.
It was a bad metaphor.
Just people.
You know what I meant. If you want to yell at us on Twitter, you can do that, or tell us we're right. At Kevin White 24, at Real Sean White. Together we're at 2player_co-op. Yeah, and if anybody else, especially the guys that we regularly talk to a lot, if any of you guys are working on stuff that we don't know of, let us know. We'll shout that out too. Because like I said, I love people doing things they're passionate about. I love it. I want to help you guys out as much as we can.
People helped us out when we first got started, so we want to pay it forward.
Yep, absolutely. And you can pay it forward by either going to youtube.com/2playercoop and hitting that subscribe button and the like button if you like what you saw. Or if you're already there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Share the video with your friends, family. I'm not going to go through all the list of friends and family, but just it means a lot to us. We're on a push to get up to 500, and then who knows from there. It's still crazy just to see that there's 400 and some odd people that subscribe to us.
I'll take it.
I know you all don't watch the videos, but you subscribed, and that means you liked us at some point, and that's awesome. It's awesome. If you like audio, which I know Sean likes audio,
I love audio.
you can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and there actually are other podcast services around the world that I found.
Like what?
I don't remember, but I Googled us. I typed in 2-player co-op podcast, and there's like all these podcast sites I'd never heard of. I don't know that anybody uses them.
But we're on them?
Yeah.
How?
Probably because it probably just feeds from SoundCloud or something.
Maybe.
That somehow they get our RSS and it just pulls it in. I don't know.
Sweet.
But if you do listen to us in audio form, make sure you do subscribe so you get all the new downloads and everything. And make sure you leave. Every time I say M, now I'm just like, damn it. Hit the review. Give us a 5-star review if you like what you see. That helps us get up the charts, helps us reach more people.
Like what
grow
you
this
see or
thing.
like what you hear?
Did I say
audio.
like what you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. You might like the logo. It's still, that art is awesome.
It is pretty good.
It's pretty good. We also have a Facebook page we never update. You should know that by now. Facebook.com/2playercoop gaming. Go ahead and like us there so you can see all the things we get tagged in by the guys at Nerd 901 because they actually do their job when it comes to Facebook and we do not. This has been episode 84 of the 2-Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. Until episode 85. Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.
Not even close.
It's kind of close.
3 feet up there.
I just had to reach out a little bit. Oh well.
Next time. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.